This is a quote from David Nagel. What do we love? How do you love the things that you love? And what do you expect to receive from the things that you love? There aren't too many questions more important than these. Why? Because as we love in our hearts, so are we. We reap what we love. Indeed, wherever we go and whatever we do, it is our loves that move us and take us there, especially in the pursuit of happiness. Consciously or not, in our brokenness and pain, we attach our loves, affections, and desires to people, places, or things, with the hope that we'll finally find the felicity or the joy we have been searching for all of our lives. One of my favorite pastors, John Tyson, said this, and it stuck in my heart. The passions in your heart are not hedonistic, but hedonistic. We were made by God to live from a full heart with a passionate desire for all of life. So much of what the world says to us is that there are things that will satisfy portions of ourselves that only God can satisfy. And what it will try to tell us is that if we just describe the portions of ourselves that have desires or longing for things to money or people, places, or things that are not God, that will be satisfied in those places. But the desires and passions that we have are supposed to be put in proper place. And it starts with putting God at the top in our lives to begin fulfilling the desires in our heart, those hedonistic desires that have been turned towards sinful things. God is one thing, angels are another, as are people, terriers, red oaks, squash, rocks, and dirt. Each item fits in God's overall scheme of creation. The nature of things in their hierarchy is unchangeable, and so is the kind of satisfaction it can provide when we are related to it through love. Because of these actual differences in things, the outcomes of loving each actual thing will be different. There is a divinely designed fit between our needs, the character of things that can satisfy them, and the way we should love them in order to be satisfied. Even though each thing that God made is good, delightful, legitimate, and a source of satisfaction as an object of our love, we must not expect more from it than its unique nature can provide. We must give love and praise things apportioned to their worth. Problems don't arise because we need things or because we love things. Problems arise when we fail to grasp the nature of the objects that we need and love, and the expectations we have regarding the outcomes of our loves. Disordered loves lead to disordered lives. What this is saying is you can't expect to receive from your wife or your husband what only God can give you. And you can't love your dog and expect to receive what only a child will give you. God designed the world to function in a specific way. And part of having our desires fulfilled and satisfied is following the life and the way He invites us into. So God fulfills the deepest parts of our desires, but then He designed the world to function in a specific way. And when we follow His way, it leads to an abundant life and satisfaction when we are properly loving things according to the order and design that God made. He is interested in satisfying our desires, not removing them. If you were to go to the East and study a lot of their religions, like Buddhism, the whole point of that is to remove all desire, to fight to remove any aspects of desire from your life so that ultimately you'll be satisfied once desire is removed. But Jesus came to give us life to the full, to take the desires that He placed in us and satisfy them when they're placed in their proper position according to the life that He laid out for us. Our desires may have been confused and rerouted sin or attached onto the wrong things. But our desires are not a mistake of the flesh. They are designed by God to be fulfilled by life with God through Jesus. There is no greater adventure in life or satisfaction to be found than the life that Jesus invites us into.